An emotional image. Two people embrace as they honor the memory of a loved one. Today was declared a National Day of Action for Canada's overdose crisis. Now, this health clinic is set to be one of the locations of the city's 3 safe injection sites. Now, demonstrators say that sites like these will go a long way to protect people against fentanyl overdoses. A critical service as more and more officials say that powerful narcotic is now being laced into a staggering number of street drugs.
2, 3, 4, we don't need a drug war.
We loved her. She was a vital part of our family, and we miss her terribly.
These are the faces of Canada's fentanyl crisis. Their images posted to signs carried by grieving loved ones. Most, like 30-year-old Jenny Barber, didn't even see it coming.
We lost her on November 1st last year. She believed that she was injecting heroin, but it was in fact pure fentanyl.
My friend died of a fentanyl overdose.
That sad story repeated over and over again as protesters took to Toronto streets today for the National Day of Action for Overdose Deaths. Marchers calling for more resources to fight against fentanyl, a narcotic 50 to 100 times more powerful than morphine. Protesters say there is no question it's here, and what's troubling, it's often hidden in other drugs.
It's in everything now. It's in cocaine, it's in MDMA. There's like teenagers that are going to be doing these things and dying, and people's parents aren't even aware that it's everywhere.
A warning echoed by Toronto police last week after a man died Wednesday after shooting up with heroin in a fast food bathroom. Police say it was likely laced with fentanyl. How would you characterize the fentanyl crisis in Toronto from what you're seeing?
It's an emergency level.
Breakaway Addiction Services recently started detailed urine testing of its clients who also tested positive for opiates. Dennis Long says 99% of those tests are also coming back positive for fentanyl.
We can probably speculate from that the majority of stuff that's being sold on the streets in Toronto right now as opiates, whether that's heroin or whatever, is laced with fentanyl.
Healthcare is a human right. We will not give up the fight.
Which is why these protesters are calling for more safe injection sites and the widespread distribution of naloxone, the safe and effective antidote for opiate overdose.
We don't want other families to experience what we're going through right now, which is a devastating loss of a beautiful person.
And the province did launch its first comprehensive opioid strategy back in October, which did include millions to enhance pain clinics across the province. Now, this march was intended to get the attention of Health Minister Eric Hoskins. Whether it did, though, remains to be seen, as we were told that the minister was not available for comment today.